Lakewood. It's Miss Dow here. I hope that you all have had a great fall break. It is Sunday, the 29th of fall break. We're all returning to school tomorrow. And I know that we're all getting into that holiday mode spirit where we all kind of have some similar things that we celebrate and look forward to, but we also have some different things. And I thought that this would be a great opportunity to kind of share with you the approach that I take in the art room when it comes to holidays and creating art. So art is, as I think most people know, a form of self-expression. And because we have a very diverse population at Lakewood, I'm really not comfortable highlighting or creating something from just one specific background, all right? Because, well, I don't want to exclude anyone, okay? And I think that it's beautiful to celebrate everybody's different ethnicities and backgrounds and things that they celebrate. So when I talk about celebrations in the art room, I usually try to find something that's open-ended that the students can kind of bring in their own background. So whether they celebrate Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or Christmas, you know, their birthdays, whatever it is, I want them to be able to bring in what means something to them, right? Because they're elementary kids. You guys are elementary kids. You might be watching kids too. So, so I thought, since we're online and we're not in the classroom, I'd like to do something to help us celebrate together. Since we're not getting that, you know, we don't have the winter concert. And remember last year I hung up a piece of artwork from every student, and gosh, it was beautiful. I'm so gonna miss that. So 2 things today. One, I'm gonna demonstrate 2 quick, easy things that I think you can do at home. Any grade level, K through 5. The K2 kids are gonna need a little bit of assistance from an adult. The 3-5 kids, they'll be good if they just watch this video. I generally teach this to 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades at some point, and they love it. I've had teachers tell me that they catch them doing it in class for their projects. And so sometimes I remember one teacher she just incorporated it into their assignment. So they love doing this. It's pretty simple and it's very minimal as far as needing materials. I'll go over that in a second. But the second piece of this is I'm going to start creating a digital art gallery for Lakewood. At the end of last year, we had just gotten up the frames and some artwork into our art gallery for Lakewood. And then of course, we never got to do an opening for it because of COVID. So I'm gonna work on that. So anything that you all create, whether it's something we do in class or something that I do here that's optional, because this would be optional, whether the kids do it on their own or whether you do it together as a family. I would love if you would share a picture of it with me and allow me to put it into the art gallery. I will share the link for it in Class Dojo, and I will ask Mr. Hopkins if he will share that link on Lakewood's site so that you can easily get it. And it will just be there up all the time and you can go look and view at it when you want to. And I won't post personal information. It'll just say, for example, if the Hopkins family did something together, I would just put Hopkins family and then, you know, maybe the grade level of the students, the children, like he is a kindergartner, Mr. Hopkins is a kindergartner, so I might put in parentheses K. If it's a student work, I'll just put their first name and their grade level, okay? No last names, no personal information. And then keep in mind when you take a picture, of course, you probably don't want to take a picture of your student because I can't guarantee that someone from outside of Lakewood won't see this, okay? Great. So I hope that you'll like these ideas. Like I said, they're kind of simple and easy to do. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate 2 of them. The first one is simpler. This is my document camera that you see here kind of hanging in front of my face. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I'm working on. There we go. All right, I do this with the kids. You probably have seen me do this. So this first lesson is a pop-up card. All right, everyone loves snail mail. Everyone wants to get something in the mail. So this is a great thing that you all can do, that kids can do. maybe as a gift for someone, you fold a piece of paper in half. And y'all, I buy a ream of paper at home. When I'm looking for just planning paper, even at school, I don't use the thick art paper for doing some of these projects. I go buy a ream of copy paper, printer paper. You can get 500 sheets for under $10. I've seen it for as low as $5, which is a lot cheaper than having to go buy a beautiful art journal, which of course I love, but just keep that in mind. You know, you go to Walmart or someplace, you can get a ream of paper, 500 sheets for under $10. I saw it in CVS for, I think, $8 today. So if CVS is charging $8, I'm sure you can find it cheaper than that. And that would be a great way to have some paper around the house. All right, so I folded a regular piece of printer paper in half. And again, you can use any paper you want. I just have printer paper. And you're gonna make some cuts. So I'm gonna make 2 cuts here. They're gonna be parallel to each other. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make another one right next to it. 2, and a cut to the same length. Okay. And so I'm gonna fold it this way and then flip it over and fold it the other way. All right. And so when I open it, I'm gonna push it through like this and reverse the fold and go like this. Now there's the space. You can see what I cut out. So when I do this, we can focus on the white paper. All right, you can see that there is, turn it sideways. There's a cutout. Okay. Now I repeated this 3 times. I already did it. All right, so I have 3 of them. I have 3 different sizes. So I just cut on the fold. There's a fold on this side. I cut different lengths. And so now when I open it, I have 3 pop-ups at different areas. All right. Now you can always take another piece of paper, a construction piece of paper, a color paper, and glue it so that you don't have the holes in the paper anymore. Okay. So I would just use a glue stick. Elmer's glue is great. You don't even have to get the washable. You can just glue the ends, that one side. I want to stay now that I folded it. Okay, line up the fold. Okay, and then of course you can do the other side. Put the glue here, not on the red paper, because then you might end up having glue in the open spots that you don't need. Okay, and then you have a background. And it also makes this a little thicker because printer paper is kind of thin and it doesn't get very strong. It's not very strong. So the next thing that you want to do is create, what do you want in the pop-up? So here, you want to think about what you're going to show and as to how many of these that you want to create and the size. So maybe you're doing a winter scene with different trees, or maybe you want to do a gingerbread house, or maybe you want to do your candles from Kwanzaa. All right, you think about how many candles you have, or Hanukkah for that matter. Okay, so I pre-cut a few things here just to show you an example, as a quick example. In K2, we've been focusing on using our shapes. So you can take shapes like triangles, cut them out of paper and glue them together to make a Christmas tree. All right, or maybe you're not celebrating Christmas, but maybe you'd like to just do a winter scene. Okay, so you could then take these and glue it to the pop-up like this. All right, and then we would do the next one. Whoops. Okay. And then I put the final one right there. And I could add snow, right? But now I have a pop-up. Now, another way, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders have already started learning a little bit about this. I didn't get a chance to do it with our name projects. I didn't get a chance to do too much. I created a sun and I created a little tab on the back and I cut it out. Oh, it's not showing with the white on the red. So you cut out a little strip of paper and you make an N. So if you just cut a little strip of paper and you fold it to make the letter N like this, that makes a bracket to attach things to the back wall of your cutout. So I already made one, little one here, okay? And you would just put a little bit of glue on this side. And I glued, you can see the other one to the sun, and I'm going to glue it to the back wall. Too much glue. That glue will dry and disappear, right? So I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see it's popping out away from the wall. And there's my tree. So you can do anything with this, all right? This is obviously just a start, but you can put anything in this pop-up, all right? So that's one idea. And like I said, I think kindergarten all the way through 5th grade can do that. Your kindergartners might need help with the cutting, but then once you did the cutting, they can create shapes. They can create snowmen. If you want to focus on snow, I don't think we're going to get very much snow this year. They're saying on the Weather Channel, so it might be fun to play with that idea. You could do fall. You can show maybe your family. We've been talking about how to draw people in 4th and 5th grade, and faces in 3rd grade, and animals with the different shapes with the little ones with K through 2. So they all should be able to show some animals or people to put into their scenes, okay? Now, to take it a little further, this would be a little bit more complex. I would do this as a project with probably 4th grade. It's making a quadrama. Using those same ideas, those pop-ups, making little tabs, you can create what's called a quadrama. And I have a couple examples here, but let me show you how it works first. So first, you need a square piece of paper. So you're gonna have to cut your paper into a square, all right? And then you fold corner to corner. Like this, that's one. And then open and do the other one. And then you cut just one. So from the corner into the center, like that. And that's it, okay? The document camera does not like to focus when I move. Then you put a little bit of glue here, and you put this flap over across this one, and you have this little pocket. And then if you do 4 of them, you can glue them together to make a quadrama. So you have, let's see, you can see 1, 2, it's too bright. Guess I should use a different color. So you have these little these little pockets anyway, and then you can of course create. Let's see. You can take paper then and put it inside each of these. So if I wanted to make grass, I could put it here, and I could cut. Grass, of course, and then I can use that little tab, right? I could go back to that little tab. Or another thing that I taught them was on a to make a this paper. If you make a tube, like if you want to make a tree, if you have brown paper, you can color it brown, of course. You could just have white paper and color it. If you have a tube or a paper towel tube, you cut tabs in the bottom all the way around, and you fold them out, and then that allows you to glue it to the surface, right? So obviously this is too big to go into that one. I made little quadramas so that it could see, I have a small workspace right here for doing this video presentation. But if you had a bigger piece of paper, like here's some memory paper, all right, this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper as opposed to these, which were 5 by 5. If you did the same thing, you would have a much bigger quadrama, okay? And so what I did with the kids when I did this as a project in school was I had them take a story they wrote, and I had in one space, they did the title of their story, and then they illustrated the beginning of their story in one section, and then the middle of their story in one, and then the last they showed the ending of their story. But again, thinking of celebrations, this would be a great time to work together on those quadramas as a family project where you could show some of the different things that you all do during the holidays. And then if you would, I would love if you would share some pictures with me. My Google Voice number and my email are on the first page of all my Canvas courses, so you can find my information there. And I will include it in our Lakewood Art virtual gallery. So that's it for now. I will share some more videos in the next weeks to come on some more ideas that you can do at home for making some holiday fun. Have a great week, everyone.